Hey, do you want to make a podcast? Spotify's got a platform that lets you make one super easily, then distribute it everywhere and even earn money all in one place for free. It's called Spotify for Podcasters, and here's how it works. Spotify for Podcasters lets you record and edit podcasts right from your phone or your computer. So no matter what your setup is like, you can start creating right now. Then you can distribute your podcast to Spotify and everywhere else podcasts are heard. Video podcasts are also available on Spotify, and when you want to take your conversation with your fans to the next level, Q&A and polls are the best way to get them talking. With Spotify for Podcasters, you can earn money in a variety of ways, including ads and podcast subscriptions. And best of all, it's totally free with no catch. I've hosted my podcast on Spotify for Podcasters since day one, so I highly recommend you give it a try. Download the Spotify for Podcasters app or go to www.spotify.com/podcasters to get started today. So y'all know I am all about self-care. One of my favorite self-care activities is meditation. I've been using a meditation and sleep app called Calm that I think you guys would really like. I mean, I've talked about it on the podcast a few times. And I personally love the sleep stories. They're the perfect way to wind down and drift off to sleep after a long day. And to be honest, I recommend the ones that are actually for kids the most because they have the fun voices, music, and sound effects. I want to help you experience the joy meditation brings to my life, so I'm giving you a 7-day free trial of the app. Head to the link in the show notes to check out the Calm app and prepare to be more calm on a daily basis.
I just kind of got fed up with that. Just got fed up with feeling just blah. But it's like, what can I do at this very second? Like, what can I do immediately right now that'll make me feel better about myself?
What is luxury to you? Is it an expensive vacation, a lavish dinner, a 5-bedroom home? Well, for me and my best friend Bria Black, it's a little something that makes our lives more comfortable. It's not necessarily something super expensive, rare, or sought after. Luxuries are little indulgences that make our souls smile.
Powerful. Few things are as powerful. Few things are as powerful.
What is going on, beautiful people? You are listening to the Affirmations for Black Girls podcast, where we focus on personal growth and cultivating a healthy relationship with ourselves. I am your host, Tyra the Creative, actress, content creator, and mental health enthusiast. And today we have a very special guest on the pod, my best friend from college, Bria Black. In today's episode, Bria is going to be letting us dive into her world of luxury. She is an up-and-coming content creator who focuses on finding luxuries in daily life, whether it's a new loungewear set, buying fresh flowers, or just putting on a pair of cute heels with a casual outfit to feel fancy. Because life is way too short to sacrifice things that bring you peace, happiness, and comfort.
Hello, Affirmations for Black Girls family. Bria Black here, and this week's affirmation is, I am a confident Black woman that deserves all the good things coming my way. I am a confident Black woman that deserves all the good things coming my way. I am a confident Black woman that deserves all the good things coming my way. I am a confident Black woman that deserves all the good things coming my way. Last time. I am a confident Black woman that deserves all the good things coming my way. Period. I am a confident Black woman that deserves all the good things coming my way. Amen.
Thank you.
You did so good. Thank you so much, Bria, for taking over on the affirmation of the week. I was able to really drop in and be present in this moment. So, this affirmation is speaking to me because as a Black woman, sometimes we can put luxury living on the back burner. And I really think it's because of our definition of luxury. We can sometimes think that luxury is designer bags or expensive taste, and that couldn't be further from the truth. I believe that luxury is a state of mind, okay? Because it all depends on what you think is luxurious and what makes you feel comfortable, happy, and at peace. Do you agree?
I definitely agree. I think I think that I've been trying to define it for myself, and I think that this captures a key part of it, which is the state of mind. It
Hmm.
literally is about when you do something luxurious, you get this kind of peace and then you get this like happiness and excitement. It's like a special feeling of when you treat yourself. And I
Yes.
just think you have to replicate that feeling in all facets of your life, not just
So, since we're talking about daily luxuries today, Bria, my very first question is what made you start looking for daily luxuries in life? I know I started seeing it on your Instagram, and since you started talking about daily luxuries, everybody that follows you has started posting their own. So, you have really inspired a lot of people to start looking for daily luxuries. So, what made you start looking for them?
I think it was the pandemic, honestly.
Mhm.
And I work from home. I've been working from home for about 4 years. And because of the pandemic, everybody's working from home. So I used to have an escape to like go hang out with my friends or go out to dinner and do different things to get me out of my own head. But once everybody was on lockdown, I was at home every single day wearing pajamas, just feeling raggedy. Like,
Mhm.
what the heck? This is my life. I wasn't dressing up. I wasn't putting on makeup. I wasn't doing nothing for myself except for sitting in the house on the couch, feeling feeling bad. And I think I just kind of got fed up with that. Just got fed up with feeling just blah.
Mhm.
And I was like, okay, something has to give. Something has to change. What can I do to feel better about myself? Because I'm miserable right now. Like, I feel ugly. I look ugly. I smell bad. Like, ain't
Girl.
nothing going good. And so it was just a point of me feeling fed up and was like, I just had to just say to myself, you need to make a change right now. And of course, I'm not gonna go blow money on a designer bag, but it's
Yeah.
like, what can I do at this very second? Like, what can I do immediately right now that'll make me feel better about myself? First thing is putting on better clothes.
Yeah.
And then it just went from putting on better clothes to focusing more on my skincare to making sure that when I do work, the ambiance is nice, it smells good, I have a good candle. Have on my favorite socks, having
Mhm.
slippers that I like to wear, and just doing more things that I enjoy that make me happy every single day in every single facet of my life.
And I love that. First of all, I know that you love socks because when I met you in college, you always used to have you used to have the socks. Like I never saw you with regular socks on. And I picked that up from you as well. I just bought some new like fuzzy
Really?
socks from Target. 100% picked that up from you. What else? And you talked about like having like the house smell good. Y'all, so I just came from Bria's house. She lives in Minneapolis and I just took a vacation out there. And as soon as I walked in the house, I was like, oh my God, what is this smell? And she was like, girl, Glade plugins. I was like, Glade plugins do not work for me. And she was like, oh, I have like a lot of them. And I never would have even thought of that, like even to that extent. Like there are things that we already know about, and we will just like kind of this, I don't think this is the right word, but like skimp on it. Like I'll buy one
Yes.
Glade plug-in.
Literally, Tyra, and I think another part of my luxury definition is you think about your regular life, things
Mm-hmm.
that make life regular, but then just taking it up a notch.
Yep.
Like you can do things the regular way and have it be average, but luxury, when you do something luxury, it's like above standard. When you stay in first class, it's not economy, it's not business. It's like taking your regular life up a few notches and enhancing it in really small ways that make all the difference.
I love that so much. Luxury living is just taking your regular life up a notch. That's a very,
Literally.
very good way to put it instead of saying that luxury is designer bags and expensive things. That is such a good way to put it because you can implement that in every facet of your life, just like you've been talking about. Why should everyone start finding these daily luxuries? Like, what benefits will it have on our lives?
I think that when you think about luxury and you think about expensive vacations and expensive bags and stuff, you only limit that to like what, a few times a year. And so the rest of your life, you're just waiting for your next time to splurge. When if you implement just upgrading your everyday life, you can feel that same feeling of treating yourself more than just twice a year. You can feel like you enjoy your life, you enjoy the experiences that you create for yourself every single day. And it makes your daily life just more enjoyable versus being miserable 90% of the time and happy 10% of the time.
I love that because, and honestly, Bria, like this is such a simple concept, but it's honestly mind blowing because I would have honestly never thought about this until you started posting it on Instagram.
Really?
Yes, and I feel like that's how like a lot of people that follow you have started to feel because like I'll see you repost what people say about implementing daily luxuries because of what Bria said, and we start to get into the monotony and just feeling complacent about how we feel about our lives. Like even if we are feeling bad, like you
Mhm.
said, like I smell bad, like I just need to take a shower or put on more deodorant. No, go buy you some perfume, guys, go buy you some cologne and just spray it and walk around the house with it on. Like, I was watching Jackie Ina's her new page, Lavish
Oh
by
my God.
Jackie.
She's my inspiration. She's my inspiration.
Love her. I love her so much. And you actually told me about that page. Lavish by Jackie is what it is, right?
Lavishly Jackie.
It's Lavishly Jackie. So I'm gonna put that Instagram in the show notes because she just goes through a lot of home stuff and just personal lifestyle things to upgrade your life. And I'm so glad that you told me about that page because the biggest thing that I implemented from it was spraying perfume on myself before going to the gym. Let
Yes.
me tell you, like, I be feeling like that bitch, okay? When I'm in the gym with perfume on. I'm not even playing. Like, that is a simple luxury that elevated my life, took my life up 10 notches just by two squirts of perfume, you know? So I really agree with you on how it can just make your life so much better. And it's so mind blowing that something so simple, new
Yeah.
loungewear, fresh cut
Yeah.
flowers, like, it doesn't have to be anything that
So
costs a
simple.
lot of money to just
Mhm.
elevate your life in that way. It's honestly amazing.
I think that another thing because of the pandemic, I feel like a lot of times I would save stuff, right? Like I would get fresh cut flowers if I had an event, or I'll put on a candle when my house is clean, or I'll like save small stuff for a big occasion. But it's like, what's wrong with burning my candle every single day? Like, why can't I just burn my candle because it's Tuesday? Why can't I just
Exactly.
wear perfume because I'm going to bed? Why can't I do the things that I save more often because it makes me happy? So why can't I just do it just because? Why do I have to wait? Why do I have to wait to enjoy my life? I think another thing that really sparked this whole thing in me, Tyra, is something that you said a long time ago. You were really keen on decorating your living room when you lived in the studio. You were
Yeah.
like, I just need one place in my house that I love to be in.
Hmm.
I need to have my energy right. I want the sunlight there because when I come into this room, I want to be happy every single time. And I think that was the first seed that kind of planted in my head about this whole thing because it's like, I need something that I can rely on every single day that's going to make me happy, whether it be
Yeah.
my decoration. I just need something that will make me feel special and make me feel good every
Mhm.
single day. So I think you really started it, girl. You planted that seed in me a long time ago.
Wow, thank you. That's great. It's so crazy where the seeds come from, because I was just saying that probably out of frustration because I've lived all over the country. And in my last studio apartment was the first time that I made a conscious effort to decorate that space. And when I
Yes.
say it elevated my mood, it elevated my motivation. Like I just wanted to be creative in that space because I put time and effort into it. And it didn't cost a lot of money. I threw some paint on the wall and I did a whole bunch of DIY projects. And I would definitely consider that a daily luxury, living in a space that you love. So
Mhm.
even if you guys want to like just implement little things into your life, put a new picture on the wall, get those flowers. Don't wait for an event. Like, you know what I mean? Pick little things because that's honestly big what you said about you saving stuff. I feel like I don't even know if we're considered middle class, but like middle class people like us, like we really do be saving that stuff for big occasions. And I think that it's honestly just passed down from parents and grandparents. And,
Yep.
like, take, for example, the formal living room versus the living room that you can be in. You know what I mean? Like, you can't sit on that furniture. They have the plastic over it and all that. That's how I grew up. My grandma had a whole living room. We couldn't touch nothing. So I think that is just drilling into our heads. Some things are only for formal occasions or special occasions. You can't have those lavish things in everyday life. And that's definitely something that I'm trying to retrain my brain about. And I think that's honestly the number one reason why I'm so excited about implementing daily luxuries in my life.
And it's also something that you taught me too, and just about not living in lack. And I think that people
Mhm.
having that lack mindset, like I have to save this because I need to save my good stuff because I'm not gonna have it forever. I only have a little bit of this perfume. I only have a little bit,
Yep.
but it's like flowers cost $5 at Trader Joe's.
Literally
Honestly,
$5.
I have never used a whole bottle of perfume talking about saving it for a special
Yep.
occasion. So it's like the more that you hold tight to things that make you happy, like they're just gonna go away anyway. So just embrace embrace the daily stuff because you can afford to have $5 flowers. You can.
I really want to know, what are your top three everyday luxuries? And tell me why these are your top three.
So I'll start by saying this. When I go on vacation and I get off the plane and I go into my hotel or my resort or whatever, I get this feeling like, ugh, I love it here. Like I love it here. So I'm trying to recapture that feeling of just being like, ugh, I just love this so much frequently and consistently. So one thing that gives me that feeling of I love it is smelling good, especially with the Glade plugins and like walking into a room and being like, ugh, it smells so good in here. I love this. So Glade plugins, and I have a few smells that I pretty much keep on tap. So my house always smells the same way, and I love it every single time, and
Mhm.
it always gives me that feeling. Also, I put a increased focus on the way that I dress and the way that I look,
You
wearing
have, and I
heels,
love it.
and just being really intentional about not just wearing clothes, but picking out my clothes and picking out my outfits and putting effort into my outfits, getting inspiration from Pinterest boards. So I don't have to scroll online and be like, oh, I wish I looked like that. Like I look like that
Yeah.
because I look like that. And I chose out my outfit and I picked it out specifically so that when I walk outside, I feel like I'm the baddest thing walking. Can't nobody tell me nothing. I feel super confident. And the last thing is having white sheets. Having white sheets is a hassle. I'm not gonna lie. They get dirty and you can see whatever, but it just reminds me of being in a hotel. And since I do wash them so frequently because they get dirty so fast, they always smell good.
Mhm.
They always are fresh, and it just makes me feel like I'm at a resort every single day. Like get into my bed, it's all white, and I'm just like, I'm so fancy right now. What about you? What are your luxuries?
Girl, see, so my luxuries, honestly, they always revolve around the kitchen, to be completely honest. And I just gotta, own that. Because like in my head, I'm like, okay, Tyra, let's find some stuff in some other areas. But what genuinely makes me happy is mainly nice dishes and kitchenware. Like right
Mm.
now, I'm drinking my green juice out of my glass Tom Collins glass with a glass straw, and it just elevated it so much. Like I feel so fancy. Let me take a sip. I think one of my biggest things about like kitchenware and things is whenever I go on vacations, like to other countries, I always want to bring back some sort of kitchenware. So when I went to Italy, I brought back a set of cappuccino cups, and I absolutely love them. Like I pull them out when it's like time to have cappuccino and stuff, and it just takes me back to that place. Like it is luxury. Like I'm literally just put back in smack dab middle of Florence, Italy, having a cappuccino on the side of the
Um,
street and a little croissant or something. Like, I don't even know. Like, it just makes my whole body feel airy whenever I think about like nice kitchenware like that. I think that's like my gauge to make sure that I'm actually living the luxurious lifestyle that I want. I want to feel like that often. My second one would definitely be quality groceries. Now, I can go to Ralph's. We have Ralph's out here. It's like Kroger brand. I could go to Walmart and all these places. But let me tell you, I feel super duper fancy when I shop at the Amazon Fresh grocery store, Sprouts. Whole Foods, and it's all because of the ambiance. Like in a regular grocery store, it's just a grocery store, but Whole Foods, Sprouts, and Amazon Fresh, it's an experience. And I never even realized that until I went in there last night. Like I was like, oh my gosh, let me just run up in here and get this stuff. And I found myself just cruising down all of the aisles because they have so much to look at and the employees are so nice and it just elevates your entire experience. And I never buy anything that's not name brand, like the name brands that I like to use. Just because it costs $2, $3 more, I'm buying it. I'm not getting the great value brand just because it's cheaper. Because that's definitely something that used to happen when I was younger. My grandparents and stuff more so, but my mom, she only buys the brands that she likes. And I think she kind of instilled that in me. But I saw it around me. People would get the great value brand of stuff. And not to say that great value is bad. Like I like some great value brand stuff, the way that it tastes better than other stuff. But the rule for me is to get the brand that I like and to get the item that I like so I can get the quality that I want every single time. And then my last luxury is me time and my time. You already know I'm a full time content creator. I own my own schedule. That is literally the biggest luxury and it's such a breath of fresh air. Like, of course, it's stressful, but it's such a breath of fresh air because I don't have to check in with someone every day. I don't have to make sure that I'm modeling my life after this schedule that I can't change. Like I have to be here. And I absolutely love that because I like to pick up and go. I like to go on like, hey Bria, let's go to Chicago. Like, you know what I mean? I love that I'm able to do stuff like that. And also me time. That's something that I'm learning more about, spending time with myself and like even something as simple as putting a new show on the TV and binge watching a series or literally sitting on my balcony because I'm almost done decorating my entire balcony, sitting on my balcony and just listening to the cars pass by or even the birds or the airplanes. Like it's just been so refreshing. And that's definitely a luxury that not a lot of people take advantage of. And I'm making sure that I'm learning how to take advantage of my me time and my time.
I love that. It makes me so happy.
I can't wait for this list to be like 10 deep. You know what I mean? Like, oh, here are all of my like luxury must-haves. So you guys that are listening, I want you to start thinking about the daily luxuries that you already implement into your life. Think about the things that Bria and I have already said and see which one of these you've already started to implement, even if you haven't necessarily thought about it as a luxury. And then be grateful for it and appreciate it more. And then you'll have more coming forth in your life in the luxury space. How can we start to look for daily luxuries and where do you suggest we start?
I suggest that you start being really observant with your current life and just pick up on stuff that makes you really happy in your daily life already. It might not happen every day, but like if you go through your life and you eat a fruit and you're like, oh, that was so good. See if you can do that thing more often or notice if you are saving stuff for certain occasions and just be observant of like what you're saving, how you feel doing certain things, experiencing certain things, and think about is there a way that I can have this feeling more often? Am I saving this? Can I do it more often? Can I make this a daily practice? I think that luxury, a key thing about luxury is it has to be tailored to you because you know what makes you happy. You know what gives you that feeling and not let anybody else influence you. Cause the thing is Gucci bags don't make me like super excited. It's fine. That's fine. But for me, that doesn't give me that same sense of euphoria. So pay attention to what brings you that happiness and try to do it more often.
I absolutely love that you said that about Gucci bags. Oh my gosh, I'm the exact same way. Like, of course, one day I want to have something like that just because of the like quality, how we were talking about when we were in Chicago, like the quality of it and being able to pass it down and it lasting. But as far as it being like a luxury that makes me feel the way nice kitchen dishes feel, definitely not. So I love that you brought up the fact like tailor it to you because it's all about what makes you happy. I love that so much. Okay, I actually had to have a moment with myself last night in Amazon Fresh, speaking of fruit, because Guys, so like I said, I went to see Bria like last week and she was eating nectarines, right? I love nectarines, but I never buy nectarines. And so I was in Amazon Fresh and I was like, oh, let me go get some nectarines. They was $3.50 a pound. So I was like, oh my God, $3.50 a pound for some organic nectarines. I walked myself over to like the non-organic section, sold out. And I was like, oh my God, they don't have regular ones. I don't want to spend a whole dollar more. And then I checked myself. I was like, Tyra, stop playing. Get you nectarines and get the organic ones. It's better for you. No pesticides, all of that. And I was like, Tyra, you know what? You right. So I bought me a bag of nectarines and I ate one last night and I got one left. And I'm so excited that I bought those nectarines. But seriously, even if it's just something like fruit, guys, go out, get that fruit, eat that fruit, no matter how much it costs. Even the dragon fruit. Dragon fruit is like $5 a pound, which is like a lot for fruit, but
And that's the thing, like, if you can't afford to eat a $5 dragon fruit every single day, that's fine, but don't save it for once a year. At least eat it more than once. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I feel about nectarines too, girl. Like, I have to get my because they just make me so happy. Like, I just love eating them so much.
I told you, like, my daddy used to keep nectarines in his cooler in the back of his truck, and I used to love having one after basketball practice, after track practice, because they just so juicy and so good. Y'all go out and get you some nectarines while they're in season. And also, let's talk about that. Eating fruit while it's in season is a luxury as well. Instead of having it in cans or like that, definitely a luxury because my mama loves cherries and she'll go and buy like a jar of cherries. But whenever they're in season, you're gonna always find fresh cherries in the house. Always. And cherries are a pretty penny. But I just love that. Like eat them while they're in season, while they're fresh, while you can get them in their prime. Oh my God. Like my mouth is watering right now. Okay. Get you some fruit. Fruit is a luxury.
Yes, fruit is a luxury. And I will say one more thing too, just on this same topic. So I have never been the type of person to eat appetizers or desserts. When I go to a restaurant, I always be like, I don't need that. And like, it's okay to eat a dessert sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like I would constantly deny myself of stuff thinking I don't need it, it's not necessary. And I really, for a long time, Tyra, was living my life on the basis of what's necessary, the bare bones, what's necessary to survive, what's gonna get me through this day, and just being a very bare bones person. And something as simple as ordering an appetizer was a luxury for me because I would never go above my standard of like my standard lifestyle. Like I don't need that. But appetizer brings you to business. And then a dessert will bring you to first class.
Hello.
But it's like, what can you do to like elevate small things to just elevate your experiences in restaurants, in life, at home, small things. But living on the bare bones was really tearing me up, girl. I had to elevate.
Yes, 100%. And I think, especially at our age, it may just be a learning curve because we're coming out of college age. Like, like we didn't really have money like that in college. So we're like, okay, well, let me just get this entree because that is what I can afford. And if I do want an appetizer, then let me drink water instead of getting a drink. Like, you know what I mean? I still find myself in that sometimes. But last time I went to Chili's, because there was a Chili's at our in Natchitoches where we went to school, and we would always go and eat there. And I would only ever get an appetizer, or I would only ever get an entree, and it would be like those two for 20 or whatever to share. But I recently went to Chili's and I felt myself going back into that mindset of, okay, just get an entree and then get a water. And I was like, no, Tracy, let's get an appetizer. Okay, what drinks we getting? I got an entree and I almost got dessert. The only reason I didn't get dessert was because I was full, but I was thinking about it and I just felt so good that I was getting what I wanted. That is a simple daily luxury that I think you guys should just implement into your life at least once a quarter at the very least, 4 times a year. We have made it to our closing segment, you guys, and I'm super excited about this one because me and my best friend used to do this type of stuff all the time in college. So this segment is called the Raggedy Rap. So in this segment, Bria, we're just gonna rap about something raggedy that's going on in our life. So this is your time to just get it off your chest in a creative way. And it don't have to be long. You can do a 16, you can do like 4 bars.
16?
You You can do like 4 bars, you know what I'm saying? It don't have to be a lot. Are you ready?
I don't know.
What is something raggedy that's going on in your life right now, Bria, that you want to rap about today?
I think my air conditioner being broken.
Your air is broken? What happened?
I don't know. We literally just woke up the other day and the air would not cut on. I literally want to cry. I'm so hot. I'm literally, my thighs are like a sweat bath right now. Like, you have no.
That is definitely raggedy.
Man, the most raggedy. Okay.
The most raggedy. I think for me, what's raggedy in my life right now, and I've been talking to my therapist about this, but the fact that everybody around me seems to be getting engaged and married.
Girl.
And I'm single as a Pringle. So that's the raggedy thing. Right. That's raggedy. So that's the raggedy thing that's going on in my life. So I guess I'll get started. And this is just a freestyle, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't no rapper or nothing, but we about to jump into this.
Liar! You are a rapper.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm single as a Pringle, ain't got no man. But I want a man, damn. I want a man. I want a man. I ain't got no man. I'm single as a Pringle. Pringles are made out of potatoes. I feel like a potato because I'm sitting on the couch. Dang, I look like a slouch. I want a man. I want a man. Yeah, but you know what? It's okay, because it's God's timing any day. God gonna bring my man when it's in the plan. God gonna bring my man. I want a man.
Girl, you got bars. I want a man.
I want a man. Like, I'm ready to be married. I'm ready to have a man, or at least prospects. Oh my God, I'm sweating after that. Oh my God, that was my little bit of raggediness. So, Bria, it's on you now, boo.
Girl, I'm about to. I gotta pee. My bladder didn't got full. I'm nervous. Oh, Jesus. My air don't work. My hair really hurts. I'm really in this thing. I'm about to go berserk. I really want some jerk. Chicken that is. All y'all hoes need to get up my business. Cause I'm sweating so hard. I'm going so hard. Your girl got bars. I'm looking like a star. I'm headed to the stars. I'm driving foreign cars. I'm headed to Mars. I'm like, I'm in space. I need more space. I need a new place. I need a new case. I'm about to be the case. I'm running my race.
Oh, you got bars, Bria. You got bars. Oh,
you got me out here rapping. What is happening right now?
We are rapping. Oh my God, that is so raggedy.
Raggedy, girl. The sweat is real.
Oh my God. I hope you guys get that fixed soon. Well, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed having Bria on the pod. Bria, is there anything else you want to leave the audience with before we get out of here?
I just want everybody to do a self-inspection and realize that you deserve good things. You deserve to be happy. Do not wait on happiness to come to you. Create happiness in your life right now. Mic drop.
That is all I have for you guys today. Thank you for listening to the Affirmations for Black Girls podcast. Make sure you subscribe, rate, review, and follow us on IG at Affirmations for Black Girls, and share this podcast with a friend if you think they would love it. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I will see you next time.
Maruchan superfans are everywhere. From the busy moms who want to deliver maximum flavor in a flash to dorm room diners who want to put some slurp in their step. There are a ton of copycats you could use. But if you want to bless your bowl, there's only one true Maruchan. Whether you choose instant lunch, ramen bowls, yakisoba, or restaurant quality gold, Maruchan is the only ramen worth obsessing over. Smiles for all. Maruchan. See what all the ramen hype is about at maruchan.com.
I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. Breakups suck. There is no denying it. I've given advice for getting through them on this podcast, but I wanted to offer another tip for y'all. One of the things that helped me heal during my past breakups was reflecting on the relationship. Not sure where to start? You can get a little help from one of my favorite Amazon purchases, the We're Not Really Strangers breakup cards. I use this deck in my paid community and they absolutely loved it. And remember, you don't have to go through breakups alone. Products like this can help you in your healing process. So get your deck at the link in my show notes. And this is also a great gift for a friend who has just gone through a breakup. Once again, get your edition of the breakup cards from the link down in my show notes.